Let's have my coffee. Welcome back, everybody. Now then, Herb, how you getting on? Yeah, not bad, mate. Not bad, not bad. Nice little bit of kit you've got over there. I quite like those challenges. Very nice. Good to see you. I see you still don't say a lot. So, right, while we had coffee, they bought this in while I was drinking my coffee and my bagel. And this is the Profi Plus by the looks of that. And it's the 939 Vent Vario. Very, very nice tractor. And I was kind of sort of thinking while I was drinking my coffee, that might go very nicely on the front of our pelletizer. But anyway, that might be for another day. So while having my coffee, I looked at my notepad. I looked at all the things we jotted down from when we first walked along here and had a look and different things. And I've come to some conclusions. I think I'd like to have a look at this seed drill. As I've said before, it's a metre wider than ours, so it's not much more wider than ours, only by a metre. However, it's got a bigger seed hopper on there, and a much quicker travelling speed. So yet again, that's going to make it considerably faster, even though we're only doing an extra metre. I quite like the disc design as well, because it does mean that when conditions are favourable, we're not going to have to run anything in front of this. This will sort of take care of itself. It's basically got a mini carrier on the front and then the seed drill at the back. So I'm sort of very interested in that. I'm not so interested in the tractor, if I'm honest. It's one of those. I mean, it's 200 because I did ask Daniel, and apparently it's 240 horsepower, which is not bad. But this one over here, for a similar price, is 280 horsepower, boosted to 290, and it's a similar price to that one. So, although I'm not going to get to see this in action today, obviously because there's, you can't spring drill in the autumn, I wouldn't mind maybe that tractor coming on demo. I have spoken to Daniel. He's the vent dealer. I have spoken to him, and he's quite keen that we should at some point have that on the farm as a demonstration. At the moment, it's just a case of what job could it do. But anyway, so we want to have a look at that seed drill. It's a pity we can't have it on the back of that tractor, but we want to have a look at that tractor. Sorry, mate. This one, the 822, again I quite like, and I was also told by Daniel actually that you can actually get in them, which I didn't realise. So I quite like this. The 822 I think is again a nice mid-range tractor to go with that 9 over there, which could in theory make our larger tractor, like make our big tractor, so it could replace our John Deere. I mean, that John Deere is getting old and we bought it second hand and it does rattle now quite a bit. So, but I quite like this. I quite like the variable transmission in it. Apparently because I asked what the Vario means, and apparently the Vario means that on the one next to us with the seed hopper on the front there, on this one, that 939 and the 1050, the Vario actually means that it can transfer power from independently from the front to the back, or so basically all axles are driven on these vent tractors, but if say the front was starting to get bogged down, then we could switch all of the power to the rear axle to push the tractor through you know, if it was in a wet patch or whatever, or vice versa, if it was the back that was starting to, you know, slip and struggle, we could push all the power through to the front, and then that would help to pull the tractor through. These don't come with the same tier emissions as the Vent, because that's a 900 next to us, as the Vent 1050, but again, I'm not sort of overly worried about that. But I quite like this. I think it's wasted on the front of that Verdestat carrier, but yeah, again, it's a nice tractor. This tractor I do like. I mean, it's virtually the same as that one over there that we just looked, that came in a bit later. I don't know why they've brought that in, but whether it's going to serve some sort of purpose. But it's the same tractor. But I do like that tractor. I like that tractor a lot. And let's have a look. See, we got a nice workstation in this one, which I quite like. And then the control sort of screen is understated, but again, which is what I like. You know, it's not halfway across my window, so that I have got quite good visibility in here. Yeah, so I mean, it again is favourable towards, you know, as I say, pulling our pelletizer. Apparently as well, on the back of that tractor over there is a 8 for a Dablo reversible plough, and apparently this would be more than capable of pulling that plough as well. So that kind of interests me, because it's an offset plough. If it was wet in the autumn and we needed to plough, obviously we can't really use the crawler if it's wet, because it, you know, the slip will happen much sooner in that than it will in this, and so it sort of becomes a very good option for us to have a ploughing tractor in the wet, because I would like to go over to tracks to do the main cultivations on the farm, mainly because of compaction and, you know, sort of things like that. And then you've got this beast. Now, I really like this. This is the 1046, so this is 460 horsepower. I really like this. However, the cost of it puts me off. Don't get me wrong, worth every penny, I've no doubt, but the cost of that tractor does put me off, which is kind of why I more favour this one. It doesn't cost quite as much. When I asked, he was very elusive about the cost, shall we say, at this point in time, because he said there's no point talking about costs until we've demonstrated how good they are, which is sales talk for it's bloody expensive and I don't think you can afford it. Yeah, so I would quite like to look at that. The farm budget. I've thought long and hard about the farm budget for some new kit, because we do need it. You know, the farm is in for an upgrade. They say all the John Deeres now are getting old. You know, my dad had them, you know, sort of a few years ago, quite a few years ago now. They were all second hand. And whilst I'm not against second hand machinery, I do think for the long term stability of the farm. I mean, I've taken over now. This is the first year in the autumn from August that I took over, and I just think, you know, if we buy a new tractor, even if it's only one new tractor for now, you know, if we buy a new tractor, a brand new one, you know, we've got that tractor in theory for, you know, anywhere from sort of 5 to 10 years, you know, and beyond, if that's, you know, sort of what we're needing at the time. Which, as I say, with my sort of want to get over to tracked, this tractor also it interests me. It's the 943, so it's 430 horsepower, but apparently it's boosted to 435. under load, which is not much of a boost really. Normally they go up quite a bit more than that, but again, and we'll have a look inside. I quite, again, I quite like this. It's got a nice screen in there for, drilling, because essentially this is what this tractor would be used for. I would probably put it on the front of that 6-meter Verdestat that we looked at over there. So this tractor is very much in my reckoning. Even as I say, this 10-force, I like it, but I think I, I don't think it offers enough difference between the 939 for me to justify spending the extra. Apparently it's more fuel efficient and more emissions efficient as well, and apparently there's, it doesn't drink quite as much diesel as this one, but I think overall I don't think there'd be a lot in it. Now this tractor I would absolutely love. I got to be honest, this tractor would do everything that we ever wanted to do on our farm. However, again, the same as this. This is 500 horsepower, the 1050 is 500 horsepower. This is 646 horsepower. 656 horsepower, I beg your pardon. Wow. I mean, again, 456 horsepower as opposed to, what was this, 430, oh, that's it, it was 435 boosted to 440. The price difference between the two, and really, if I had thousands and thousands and thousands of acres, and we had, thousands of acres of sort of autumn drilling and cultivations to do, then I'd probably go for that one. However, we haven't. And this one I think offers the same as that, but at a much more affordable price. So I'm going to be looking on the demonstration over there. Our demonstration's up in a minute. There's just a few other people around there at the moment, but our demonstration's at 10:30. And quick look at my watch. Yeah, so it's there's only a minute or two left. It's the same with this drill. I absolutely love this drill. It's a 9-meter drill. I would absolutely, love to have that on the farm. Again, that would be all of our drilling done in one day, basically. I think with that, I think that might be a tad extreme, but you know what I'm saying to you. So I quite like that, but I think at this moment in time we're not quite there. So that brings us to this trailer, which I'm quite interested in. Not at the moment, but as a long-term sort of kind of a long-term idea, and that would be for our sugar beet harvest. So we would only require one really, but I would like that for our sugar beet. Nice wide tyres. It's got really good even distribution of weight. Nice long drawbar. Good solid sturdy frame. Push so it doesn't tip, which is nice. That I think in the future, for the future when we're doing, many hundreds of acres of sugar beet, that is going to be a well worth a look, I think, and that brings us on to this. So as I say, while I've been having my coffee, I've been thinking about all of the things that I wrote down on my notebook, and I've basically circled a few things that I think are priorities. Whether it's this for now and we move up to that, or whether we simply take the plunge and just go straight for that and miss out that one. If I was to buy this one first, I would buy it second hand, because it wouldn't be long before we would want to be moving up to something like this. This is a beast. It holds, I can't remember what he said now. I can't remember if that one's 6,000 litres and that one's 12,000 litres. I can't remember. No, what was that? 4,000 litres. I can't remember. Anyway, it's not really important at this point. But yeah, so it's kind of like, do I go for that straight off, and we just don't never replace a sprayer ever again, or do we start off with that and then eventually move up to that? I don't know, but at some point. I don't think today they're demonstrating them, but we have been told that if we drill to 36-metre tram lines, we will. Vent will be quite happy for us to have either or both on demonstration. So that might be an idea. And that brings us to this, which is another one that I've circled. The sprayers. I've half circled them. I've put half a circle around them, but I have put a full circle around this. Again, we are allowed to get in them. It's a very nice combine. Again, nice screen. It's nice and comfortable in here. It's spacious in here. I'm told it's quiet, but I don't know because I've never been in one. Very comfortable. A nice passenger seat. For as and when we do, have passengers or whatever. It's a very nice combine, and it's something that I would be interested in, mainly because as our old John Deere is getting, so as it's seen better days and what have you, and it probably is time that it was replaced. And then that's the lorry. But so we'll make our way over now because I think it's probably time for my demonstration. I might even be a minute or two late, but I guess it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna have a word. Daniel, do I just go straight over, mate? Because it's me demonstration time now. Yeah, just go straight over. Okay, all right, thank you. Is the driver there? Yeah, all right, thanks. Ah, here he is. He's outside the tractor. Hello, mate. James Dawson here. Come from a demonstration. So demonstrating obviously this tractor here with the plough, and then the drills over there. That's all right. Thank you. Right. So we, by the looks of things, move that. That's it. Oh, we're moving. That's good. Now we need to unfold that. So that's done on the joystick, is it? Right. Okay. We're going to hit the... I thought I was going to hit the plough then. That would have been a good straight start to my demonstration, would it? Right, so let's have a little look. Yeah, all good there. Should I drive on a little way just before I lower that in because I don't want to catch? Oh, is it? Oh, okay, fair enough. I can't quite see. I can't quite tell. It looks as if it's virtually on that wheel. But okay, if it's far enough away. Yeah, so there's Joyce. Yeah, okay. So what's that? Up and down. We do transmission on there. Yeah, okay. And then the screen. What's that for the? Yeah, for the. But all right. Oh, that's quite good. Okay. Ah. And what horsepower is this? 386. That's not too bad. Do they do bigger? Like, does it go into the 400? Yeah, it goes to 415, and then goes down as well. Okay, all right. Yeah, we'll move forward. Let's do it. What do I need to press? That one. Yep. Okay. So I was about to just press it and it will drive forward. Yep. And then once it starts moving, just then hit the down button on your joystick. Okay. Okay. Hang on. Oh yeah, I got it. Yeah, I got it. Okay. So this one first, and then the down. Yep. Wow. What are the the paddles for on the front there, mate. They are for straw. I thought they were for straw, yeah. So what do they do then? Chop it? Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's very quiet in here, isn't it? Quite like, yeah, I quite like it. I quite like this. So, what does the dial there? It's draft control, is it? Okay, okay. For the link arms, like, yeah. Okay. It's very, very quiet in here. Oh, I love this tractor. This is very nice. I shouldn't say that to a rep, should I? That I love something, because that's now doubled the price, isn't it? Okay. Get ready, mate, and then just press your up button. Now. That's it. Ooh. It's got a nice turning circle. Yeah, I like this a lot. Can we just get out and see what sort of job it's doing? Yeah. Ah. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, what we on? I think it's sugar beet, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, sugar beet land. So, to be fair, actually, it's done quite a nice job, really, isn't it? Very nice job. It's buried nearly all of it. Yeah, let's see. I suppose, but so like you can use it on stubble, obviously, because of the straw choppers on the front there. Can you could you use it on ploughed land? Yeah. Well, the thing is, we're using power harrows at the minute, and while I like the power harrow, don't get me wrong, I do like it. It's a good tool. It does exactly what it was designed to do, but it does use a shitload of diesel, and it does put an awful lot of strain on not only the PTO but the engine, and because they do take some power in. Whereas this, I mean, like what, not quite 8.5 meters. A really good travelling speed, which you just can't achieve with the power harrow, because it needs time to do what it needs to do. And not only that as well, but the crumble on the back of our power harrow, I don't think it leaves as nice a job as, I mean, this is really even. We've got no sort of lumps in it, which we sometimes find with our power as well, that we still have lumps in it. So when we come to drill, I mean, I know we've got an old-fashioned drill, but when we come to drill, it sort of doesn't do a very good job, and you end up with seed on top and what have you, because then birds get it and everything else. So I do really like that. What horsepower would that require as a sort of minimum? 280. What would you recommend? 320. Okay. For hills and that, because I mean it's quite hilly around these parts. Oh, well, we'll go back and we'll carry on. Yeah, I really like it. And then do we go round again, or go into the crawler? Okay. And what horsepower is that crawler again? 435. Yeah. Okay. Fine. And that's pulling that Diablo. Do you know anything about that Diablo? No. Okay. No, the only reason why I asked is I wasn't coming here for a plough, but I've seen that, and I did have a sneaky little look at the job that it had done on the on the bit that it's already ploughed. Did you do it? Well, I suppose other people, yeah, have looked at it, yeah. Oh, is it? What, quite popular today? Yeah, yeah. Well, we're ploughing season. That's right. I'll tell you what, you got some bloody kit here today, ain't you? Eh? Right. If you get ready to just lift up again. That's it. As I say, it's got a really good turning circle. and the drawbar just long enough there so that it doesn't snag. Yeah, I really like that, mate. Really like that. I really like that Verdestat. I got to be honest. I'm more favourable towards the Verdestat than I am the tractor at the moment. Uh, there's a reason for that, and I think all will become clear. Because no, we're running John Deere's at the minute, but I got the fly through, and we've never looked at vents, but I thought, well, it's not going to work. But yeah, so all right, we'll get in. So I like this player. Is the rep for? Oh, it's Ermo. Sorry, Ermo. Yeah. Oh, that okay. Yeah. So it's Diablo. I thought it was. Um, but yeah. So is there a rep here today? No. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. I'll make some inquiries. All right. Okay. So start it same way. Yeah. Yep. So right. Oh, it's already set up, is it? Okay, let's go then. Okay. Yeah. Right. It's on the outside one. Okay. And then you just got your, I guess, Vario transmission again. Is it? This is Vario? No. Yeah, of course, it's on tracks. Yeah. Okay. So you got high and you low there. You've then got that. Okay. Okay. Yep. Okay. So All right. It's it's very, very, very nice. Is this the quickest this will pull this? No, we can go quicker, can we? Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I like it. Is it a offset? Oh, I don't know. It's just about in line, isn't it? Yeah, I would have preferred it offset if I'm on it. Well, let's just get out and have a look at that. Is it offset? Yeah, it is offset. I thought it was, but it looked level with the tractor in there. But yeah, we're not on the. We're actually quite a nice distance away. If it was a bit wet, actually, we might still be able to use it. Yeah. Are these good in the wet, or are they like sort of challengers and John Deere, and they sort of struggle when that gets a bit wet? Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. If it starts to get boggy on top, that's the sort of what I was sort of thinking really. Um, it might get a bit bogged down. Is the word I was looking for? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, we do quite a bit of ploughing actually. Not only contract, but like we still plough like on our fields. I gotta admit, I'm a fan of this. So obviously, like this is this would pull that Verdestat carrier, wouldn't it? Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, it was 280, wasn't it? Yeah, beg your pardon. Yeah, yeah. No, so really today came here looking for probably a tractor. Um, we've obviously been looking at John Deere's. We've been looking at the 7R series and the new 8RX. We had a look at that as well. just because it was sort of a tractor and tracks, and you know, but I'm not sure how much that's going to actually benefit us. So yeah, I sort of didn't really take the interest on that much more further. I'll leave it here, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so I didn't, you know, sort of, so I thought, well, it's a possible, you know. I also thought about a Challenger as well. You know, again, it's a possible. I see they got two lovely Challengers over there with the snake skins on there. I like that. That's nice. But yeah, I like that. I think that coupled with that tractor, and then we're looking for a new seed drill, and a seed drill is a priority. Because as I say, ours is 5 meters. It's a really old Cavervland 5 meter mounted mounted seeder, and it's crap. I mean, it was a good drill in its day. It's getting old, and it's either do I spend thousands replacing all the tines and the coulters, and you know, and basically sort of keeping the frame but rebuilding the drill. You know, the fan in it is getting so as it sometimes loses power and it sometimes loses suction. So you know, you know, what do you do? So I think a new drill is a high priority really. But I mean, we'll keep the Cavervland, because I mean, the one thing it will be good for in the winter or in the late autumn winter, if it is wet and we do need to do a bit of plough drilling, then you know, that gives us an option still. So you know, it's a drill that I will keep around, but ultimately I am looking for a new seeder. So what capacity is this hopper? 3,100 litres. What does that equate to in tonnage wise? Just over a ton. Yeah, okay, just over a ton. Very nice. Oh yeah, we'll give it a go. And what we on this time? We're on a 724, so it's 240. What horsepower does this drill require? 180. So that would have more than enough horsepower for it then. Well, so would that really in theory, but yeah, we'll give it a go. Right. Switch to drill on. As you drive forward, then you need to hit that one and then hit it again. Okay. The drill's on, yeah, and then you just press that button there to drop it down. Okay. When you're ready. And this is direct drilling. Would it go directly over that ploughing? Yeah, yeah, but there's obviously the travel speed would be a lot slower. Yeah, I quite like this. It's it's got a carrier really in the front of that, isn't it? Yeah. No, I wouldn't necessarily pull it directly over ploughed land. That's not really what we're sort of thinking about doing. But it just sort of come to me, you know, because of obviously all the discs and everything in the front there. I just sort of wondered whether it would, you know, if we were pushed, go over ploughed land. But no, I think we'd definitely run something in front of it. And I gotta be honest, I think I'd run that carrier in front of it. Actually, to be fair, you know, this is quite a nice tractor. I'd be more interested though in the 280. I wish the 280 was on the front of this. Was on the front of the drill, because then I get to sort of look at both. Well, I mean, it's a bigger tractor. It's 280 horsepower. With you know, a lot more options I think than this one. Yeah, again, nice turning circle on it. Can we just get out and have a little look at that? Yeah, it's a nice nice seabed that's left, really. Yeah, I really like that. That's good. What would be the max travelling speed for that? Right. I don't think we'd achieve that with any of our equipment that we've got at the moment. Our big John Deere might actually. To be fair to it, I think I'm being a bit disrespectful to that one. I think that one will probably achieve a 12 mile an hour forward speed. But yeah, I mean, it's a very nice drill. Very nice drill. Yeah, well, you know, as a being a farmer, I'm very poor, can't afford a lot, you know, so I'm just having a look today. He says with the biggest grin on his face ever, because I think I've already spent about £9 million. Can we just speed that out? Okay, we press that, do we? Yeah. So, will this do the 12? Not quite, not quite. So does the tractor automatically limit itself? Yeah, I'll just slow it down a bit. There we go. Yeah, very nice, very nice in here. Yeah, mainly carting really. You know, sort of potato carting in the autumn. You know, grain carting obviously in the summer. And then we do pellet feeds. And so we need a sort of fairly big tractor to pull our pelletizer. Yeah, we've got the Crone one that goes in the field and does it. So we need a fairly decent tractor to pull that, because that is quite high horsepower. And then I can't wait to try that. That's the little kid in me, that is. Right, slow it down, bring the mark in, lift up. Again, the drill's got quite a nice bit of scuff in there, look. Yeah, I did turn quite tight with it. Ah, well, that's very nice. I like that one. Yeah, very much so. But yeah, so we do need a decent sized tractor as well to pull that. But as I say, you know, that's a nice tractor. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. I like that 280 more. Yeah, I like that 280 more. Yeah, so we just requested today the two drills, the carrier and the crawler tractor, and I'm quite pleased actually you put it on a plough, because wow, this is a beast, isn't it? What's this one? 656 horsepower. Not bad. What's the drill? 310. Ah, okay. So it's an 800C, so what does that makes it 8 metre. Oh, can you? Oh, right. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought that was the 900. Oh, I didn't realise. So you can actually get this in a 9. This is a 9 metre. Oh. Oh, well, you learn something new every day. Ah. Yeah, we'll give it a go. Absolutely. Desperate to give it a go. Oh, listen to that. That's some power. Right. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I was too busy admiring the view at the back. Right, so press this one. Right. Yep. Ah, right. Okay, that's just the GPS. Okay. Is that because I touched the steering wheel? Yeah. Okay. Yep. And then push the revs forward. And then again, press your cruise button. Yep. as it starts to move forward, press your lift button, which is exactly the same as the other tractors, so nothing new to learn here. And then just your mark again. Okay. When you're ready. Wow, this is a 12 mile an hour one. Oh, wait up. The drill didn't go down. Why didn't the drill go down? Oh, I'm gonna have fun reversing this in the field, and oh dear, swingy axle. We don't like swingy axles. Yeah. Actually, because you're on tracks and the tractor can turn almost instantly, it's not too bad because you can sort of guide those wheels a bit, can't you? I think we might need to reset the GPS, mate. Is that alright there? Alright, let's try that again, shall we? We'll actually look at it this time to make sure it goes there. There we go. Alright, press that again. There we go. You can tell we're going a bit faster. It's in a bit deeper as well, is it? I was going to say with all the muck flying through it. But yeah, so this is 9 meters, so obviously we could drill, because I've been sort of half having my eye on those sprayers over there, either or really. Yeah, so I've sort of had me eye on them, and we'll obviously, because they're both 36 meter, aren't they? Yeah, so we're sort of thinking, you know, we're going to need a drill to drill 36 meters, and we're going to need a drill to you know, help us move along. Because I say, although we don't do a lot of autumn drilling at the minute, you know, I am rapidly expanding the farm, and we're taking on new land all the time, and we're about, with the land that we've got, we're about to increase our arable acreage, because there's a bit of land that we've got that at the moment is covered in trees, and it's got quite a few roots in, but over winter the plan is that we're going to cut down all the trees, and then cut down all the trees, and then go with leveling it all out, and so yeah, hopefully that will then give us the sort of land that we need to use for our pellets and stuff. So, you know, I'm sort of hoping that we can then put our grassland at the moment back to arable, so that will obviously increase quite a lot the amount that we do actually farm. I couldn't be really naughty, could I? Could I have another round? Yeah? Oh, thanks, mate. I must admit, I do like this drill. Well, I like the 6 meter, but this is 9 meters, so with an extra 3 meters, yeah, we'd need a much bigger tractor to pull it. Although that tractor over there would pull it, wouldn't it? Because, I mean, this is 320, did you say this was? And that's 439, did you say? I forget now, 435, something like that, didn't you? Boosted, yeah, to 340, to 440. Yeah, I'll get it right in a minute. Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't mind actually another round in that other one as well. Yeah, just to sort of see. I quite like the travelling speed in this. I got to be honest. You know, we're doing, you know, 12k, and you know, drilling wise, that's nice. I like that. I'm all for that. again doing a nice job. We'll have a look. We'll get out when we get up here and we'll have a look. No, I've not got the hang of this cruise control yet. That was a bit untidy, wasn't it? Yeah, I must admit, it's very, very nice drill that. I like it a lot. The thing that I've got to sort of make my mind up on, the way I see it is that because we're rapidly expanding, if the next 10 years I projected that we were going to stay the same size, it'd be really easy. We'd go for that tractor, that drill, and that carrier, and that'd be the end of it. And we'd probably go for the trailed sprayer. But we're not. You know, over the next, you know, not even 10 years, but over the next 2 years, you know, I'm expecting to rapidly expand. And so it's a case of, do you spend gazillions now and buy everything that's too big for the farm now, but in a couple of years' time is going to be the right size for the farm, or do you go with the size that the farm is at the moment and keep building until the farm gets too big for this equipment and then we upgrade again? I don't sort of, this is, as I say, this is the first year I've been left sort of basically in charge of the farm, and as my dad pointed out this morning, this is the decisions that you know, I have to make, and I'm not sure quite where to go. I mean, I guess the thing is that you know, we could, in theory, buy all of that second hand and then start buying all of this brand new in a few years' time. You know, again, it's an option, but yeah. So we'll you know, we'll see. But I do like that setup, to be fair, and a really nice size hopper as well. So that one was 3,100. What one's that? 5,700. So a little over. Well, not quite 6 ton. 6 ton of seed in there. Oh, does it? Oh, it's got the capability of fertilizer as well. So yeah, I mean, no, it's not something we've ever done, and I don't know. I don't know enough about it to say whether or not I would, you know, whether I would use that. But I guess you could just open that up though to yeah, to all seeds. But I do like that. Again, you know, 9 meter, you know, nice and wide. That's nice and powerful. You know, I mean, it'd still pull that plough, you know, no problem. Although that plough does look nice on that one. So yeah. Anyway, thanks very much, and I'm gonna go and have a coffee, and sort of decide what we're doing. But I said when I came in, there was combines and stuff down there. Yeah, yeah, they are part. Yeah, okay. Oh, this afternoon is it? Oh, yeah, yeah. I will be going because another machine that I sort of look. I've got my little magic notebook here. Look, and I circled that combine. So anything circled is what I'm considering to be a priority, and anything half circled is kind of if the price is right. But then again, I suppose if I did buy quite a bit of kit here today from not only yourselves but Verdestat, obviously the two of you would get together and give me like a 50% discount or something, wouldn't you? Yeah. All right, mate. All right, cheers. Anyway, I've got to go for my coffee. Ah, how you getting on, Richard? Did you see that, eh? I actually got to drive some decent tractors there. Just wind him up. Anyway, it's been a an exceptionally long video, so I'm going to leave it here, and I will see you on part 3 of the video this afternoon. I'm going to have a coffee and mingle and see if I can actually get Herb to say something. He's over here tipping his hat now. Look to this geezer. Yeah, don't know him. Oh, hey up, Richard followed me. Christ, he's quick. This is another thing actually that I've looked at that I'm quite interested in as well. I'm going to get a bit of info and gen on that as well, because I like that. But yeah, so I'll see you this afternoon when we're at the field doing some combining. Okay, see you soon.